Hi there. So I wanted to go over a couple things with you about how to choose your Wikipedia article and choosing your topic. So aside from all the things that we in your page, your topic page, where it talks about finding a topic that's not too current, something that's not too local, and those kinds of things, making sure that you'll be able to find some scholarly literature. I also want to talk about how to pick an article from Wikipedia because there's a couple different things and criteria that you want to look at when you're finding a Wikipedia article. And I'll give you a couple, some things that students last semester had problems with when they chose their article. So we'll go over that. So a couple things that you want to avoid. You really want to avoid an article that's already been really well developed. So you'll want to stay away from articles that have that star icon or this little green circle up on the top right of the article. Um, those have been designated a featured article or considered good by the Wikipedia community, and so they've met the high standards of research and writing, and there's not going to be too much that you'll be able to add to it. So you really are, what you want to look for is articles that you can improve. Okay, so another thing that you want to stay away from are controversial topics. So again, what Wikipedia is looking for is sort of a neutral point of view. So anything, I want you to pick something that you're interested in, of course, but you might want to stay away from topics that you feel really emotional about, just because we do want to keep that neutral point of view. You don't want your bias to creep into your writing, and so that sometimes it's easier to choose topics that are less controversial. So you can use categories to find a topic. So um, if you find a topic that maybe does fall under that featured article where it's already been, it's all pretty fleshed out, you can go to the category section of a topic to help you find more topics similar to this, an article that you found. So, and you can do that by just clicking to the bottom of the page. So this is the information literacy page from Wikipedia. If you go to the bottom, you'll see it has the categories list here. It says information science, digital divide, and literacy. So if we clicked on one of those, it's going to bring up all these subcategories and pages having to do with that initial information literacy search. My favorite way for choosing a topic is to go to the wiki project for an article that you may have found. So again, if I'm using this information literacy page, you can see this page is pretty well referenced and it's pretty long. But if I do want to write about something with information literacy, one of the things I can do is go to the talk page and it'll tell you what projects this is a part of. So it's part of the Wiki Project Education and the Wiki Project Libraries. So if I were to click on one of those projects, it's going to pull up this little chart here. And one of the things that you want to look for is either the start class or the stub class, and something that has a top, high, or mid level of importance. So the start and stub classes are like very fresh articles. They've either just been started or maybe they've just been published and maybe they have just a little bit of research to them. And that's the same for the start class, where maybe it's been on Wikipedia a little bit longer but hasn't really had much improvement since it's been published. So I always check for these stub and start classes. So again, we're in that wiki project about libraries. So all of these articles that they're going to give me are going to have to do with libraries in some way. So if I go to the top level of importance for the start class and I click on that 8, it's going to give me this list of articles that again need help and improvement and references. So those are a couple tips to help you find a Wikipedia article. And so the two biggest complaints I got from students last semester were, one, they couldn't find a topic that had enough scholarly research to them. So that has to do with choosing the right topic that's going to be academic enough for you to find scholarly literature. And the other was they had a hard time finding resources for the article that they chose because the article that they chose already had so many references. So they chose a really well developed and well researched article. So it was hard for them to find resources that weren't already on that reference list. So those are two things that you want to keep in mind as you're choosing your topic. You want to choose that scholarly topic, but you also want to make sure that you choose an article from Wikipedia that is going to need help in developing. All right. Thank you, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions.